Hey guys, and welcome to my Strange Rock guide. Now, this is something that's been highly requested by people, and I've always kind of put off doing it because I don't enjoy getting the Strange Rocks. But it's something that's kept on getting asked, so I've had to do it, and I really hope it helped you guys. Now, the Strange Rocks is something you have to do for the completion escape, and to get max museum kudos. And you get, for the first time you complete the statue, you get 10 kudos. And to complete the statue in your house, which if you don't know, you get a replica rock piece every week that you do this. So in overall, you need to do it for 30 weeks to get all the rocks you need for your house. And then you will have 15 pairs of rocks that will join on your statue plinth that you'll get from the guy and build it in your house. And you'll build that exact same statue that you can see me building in game, and you can also see the full statue at the right of the screen now. So to do this for 30 weeks is obviously quite a long time, so you need to find the methods right, and as you do it you'll find your own favourite methods of doing it, and also basically the order you'll do it and things like that, and generally all that stuff. And it's also a trimmed completion escape requirement to build in your house, which is why so many people actually do this. So before I go further into the guide, I'm going to show you the XP you get. So there's 15 different pairs of rocks you need to collect, and that means 15 different skills, as you'll see later in the video which skills these are. And depending on your skill level, the XP you'll get is given by the formula on screen. So taking a level 90 skill, it's about 8,000 XP, and so that's 15 skills, 8 times 15, that's 120k, I think I'm right this time. So you'll get about 120k saying that you're level 90s, but for most people doing this, if you're getting the trim completion escape, you might be all 99s, so obviously it's going to be a bit more. But you can work out whatever skill you want with that little formula on screen, which is quite basic. So now let's delve into the game where I'll explain a bit more. Right, so as you can see now I'm in game and I'm currently at the statue. So this is the statue you'll complete, but as soon as you start doing this, it'll obviously be empty. Now if you right click check, it'll list all the skills, so parts I've yet to add from are these ones, and parts I have added from are these ones. So you can easily see which ones you've got and haven't got. Now before you start collecting, I recommend you talk to this guy, either of these guys, and if you go through the options you'll have to click more, I think, and then you'll have to keep a list of the pieces, which is this list you'll get here, and there's another one to ask for this bag. Now the bag is very helpful, and you should always have it in your inventory while you do this. You don't have to, but it's very useful. Now the list, if you click this list, it'll tell you the exact same information that the statue tells you, which you don't need given that you've got the bag. Because if you look in the bag, you can see all the pieces here that I've got in the bag. So as you can see, I've got 2 thieving pieces and a farming piece. So, and you can just put your mouse over them. It tells you, if you look at the top left, it's a crafting piece, smithing piece, and you can see the one on the right is the same, but obviously there's a pair of each rocks. So I'm going to empty this bag, and I'm going to add these thieving rocks now. So if I add them, you can see I got 9.7k thieving XP there. And if I check now, thieving's gone from that little list there. And I don't recommend adding them until you fill the bag. And I recommend getting them all before you add them, because I'm not currently completing the statue. I'm just added ones that I've randomly got. So I don't keep this list, I just keep this bag. So I've just got this in so I can go to the bank after. And basically this is where you'll go. The quickest way to get here is just to tally to Varrock. Now if you've got Varrock tally at the centre, it's very easy, but if you got it at the GE, it's just a short run east and you'll get to this museum. So I think that's all I need to explain about Shattered Heart or the Strange Rocks in general. So now I'm going to show you the method that I use to get each rock and the method that I recommend. There's many advantages to each, and there's different ways that I recommend getting them. So let's go into them, and I'm going to go through them in alphabetical order, I think. Agility. So for agility, obviously the rocks work that you get a chance of a rock every completion of an event, basically. And completing an agility course is the only thing that you can get them from for agility. So the shortest course to get them from is the low level barbarian course. Now I want to make clear that you can do obviously the best XP method as well, and you can do that for every task, and pretty much, well, almost every task. There's certain ones that you can't do the high level method for to get the rocks. So you just want to do the low level barbarian course and just repeat laps until you get both rocks. Simple as that. Construction. So for the construction rocks, you want to have the best butler, so i.e. the demon butler for most players, and you want to have an inventory of oak planks. Then you just want to work on your workbench to create oak chairs, because these only use two planks per, and hence you'll get the most uses, basically the most tasks complete per invent. Then you want to use the flat packs on your butler and click send us at least all of them to the bank, and then you'll go get them. And then you want to ask them for planks, as you would while you're trading construction generally. Then you want to carry on making the flat packs, as simple as this, and then repeat the action until you get both rocks. Cooking. Now the cooking rocks, obviously everything in RuneScape you cook at the same speed, unless you use the big pie spell, which doesn't actually produce rocks, I don't think. So I just rocktail fish, just cook whatever you can. Use cooking gauntlets if they're a high level fish that you don't burn. And I'm also using cooking urns just for no reason other than the extra XP. So everyone knows how to cook, just do repeated invents until you get the rocks. Crafting. For crafting I just recommend making leather gloves. Now I think boots are one leather item too, and you just want to do something, make sure that it's one leather per item, because you only have a chance at a rock every item you make, so hence just do the low one. Simple as this. Just buy a lot of leathers in your bank and just create them. You mustn't have thread in your invent also, just do it at any bank, preferably a one-click bank, which is any bank pretty much now. Farming. Now farming's a bit different because you can't just repeat a task all the time due to the nature of the farming skill. So basically what I do is I just go around my finished trees and collect all the fruit from them. Obviously my banana tree was dead there unfortunately, but I just went around all my palm trees that were already planted and picked all the coconuts off them. This has a chance at rocks just as does planting and weeding, etc. Now the other way you can get them is obviously just herb runs or regular farm runs. If you're still in the process of training 99 farming doing trees, then you're you're pretty much guaranteed to get them throughout the week. You can also do herb runs, as I showed you in my guide, but this is the method I choose to use since I'm already 99 farming and already got all my trees planted. This is just an easy way to do it, just a few runs of this during the week and you should get all the rocks. Fire making. Wood cutting. Now again, this one's a bit different. Now this is because I'll be getting the woodcutting and fire making rocks in the same place. So that you'll be doing Jidingo fire making. I actually got a spin ticket again on vid. How many of them am I going to get? So basically you just want to bring your best woodcutting gear, so basically lumberjack if you have it, and bring your inferno ads. Now I'm not sure if you can get rocks on the ads, however you may as well train properly and get the best XP rate you can while you're here. So I just gotta make sure you get a full inf of curly roots. Obviously your route can change mid-chop, so make sure that you don't chop the straight roots because you don't want to end up dropping them. So just do it until you get a decent amount in your invent and then just burn them, and repeat this until you get the rocks. And if you get a spin ticket, you're a lucky fucker! Fishing. So as I've already said, it goes off the number of actions you complete. So for fishing, I recommend big net fishing because this is basically the fastest fishing you can do, and you get the most fish and items per tick in game. So I just recommend big net fishing in the fishing guild, which is the closest to the bank you'll get for big net fishing. And just repeat this, and you can just drop the odd off items because it's only the fish you're going to get a lot of it per invent, and you can just bank them quickly and come back. Just repeat this and again until you get the rocks. Fletching. And for fletching, very similar to crafting, you just want to grab some basic logs. You don't want to spend too much, so I only went for maple, and I just fletched these into maple longbows. It gets you some decent XP anyway, and just repeat this until you get the rocks. Everyone knows how to fletch. As long as you got a knife in your tool belt, you can do this. And just do this. Just repeatedly bank them and withdraw more logs, and just carry on doing this until you get them. Herb lore. So for the herb lore rocks, I recommend just buying some very cheap herbs and just running for your invent, cleaning them all by just left clicking all your herbs. Very quick and easy to do, and cheaper than making any potions that you can make. Hunter. So for Hunter, obviously you can just simply go and train your Hunter as you normal on Chinchompas or at the Jidingo herb lore habitat even. But I recommend doing the falconry. This is very fast rocks, or at least the fastest you're going to get viewing Hunter, but the Hunter rocks generally are one of the longest to get. So for doing this, I recommend having a bone crusher. When you're doing this, you can't have any items wielded in your shield or weapon slot. You just pay the guy 500 coins, he'll get a falcon to simply go and catch all the little kebbits. You just click on them and click on them again. Once you get a full invent, you want to drop all them furs in your invent to clear it up for space. Mining. For mining, the best thing to do is just simply mine pure essence. Now, if you have a high summoning level, you can use an Abyssal Titan and Essence Shipment Scrolls, and basically what this scroll does is send all the pure essence in your invent straight to the bank. So this way you can send it to the bank without having to bank. However, if you can, if you don't have the, I think it's 92 summoning, you can just simply teleport to Yanil and just run into the Pure Essence Mine and then quickly bang, just exactly the same. Yeah, obviously you want to use the best pickaxe you can instead of the one in your tool belt. Runecrafting. So the runecrafting rocks, these may take you a few days, because all I do is use the Wicked Hood. You just want to fill the essence pouches and just tell you to an altar. I recommend the Death Altar because you'll make the most money here. However, you can do blood runes because if you want XP. So you just want to take all the essence out of your Wicked Hood as you go, crafting them all into runes. Now this may take you a few days because you're not guaranteed to get a rock each time you do it. So, but by the time you do a week, which is 7 runs, you'll easily have all the rocks. Smithing. So for smithing, you just want to simply grab some iron bars, or any bar you want if you've got the money to afford it, and just go to an anvil and produce a one item per bar, because then this way you'll get more actions completed per invent. Now you can also take a yak and withdraw from your yak mid-invent, and this won't interrupt your smithing. And this probably is one of the longest rocks as well as the hunter, so you may be using a lot of bars, so that's why I recommend using a cheap one. But just repeat this until you get the rocks. Thieving. Thieving is probably one of my favourite rocks to collect. All you want to do is tell you to the RD lodestone and run a bit north. There's obviously other ways of getting here, but you know the location and you can work that out for yourself. But all you have to simply do is find the master farmer, which is just standing outside of a building, and since he's a left click pickpocket, all you have to do is spam left click and you should get the rocks relatively fast. Thieving on the easiest rocks to get, however, it shouldn't take too long. If you're lucky, you'll go in the building, you can shut the door to trap them in there. So that's all 15 rocks you'll have to collect, so I hope that's helped you with the methods of how to get them. So the next thing you'll want to do is go to the museum and use them on the statue, as I showed you earlier, to get all the XP. You'll get some cool cutscene of the statue exploding, and you'll get one little replica piece, and a plinth from your first go that you can put in your house, and it'll go in the room called the study. And you'll just have to build this if you haven't got one already. So I hope this has helped you with the strange rocks. And another thing I just want to quickly mention is the fact that a lot of people think changing what you're doing, like get one smithing rock then go and get a mining rock, is faster. It's simply not. That's just a myth, because sometimes it'll take ages to get a rock and people think that's related. However, it's simply the first rock has a certain chance of getting it, and then the second rock is a 50% chance of that first chance of getting it. So if it was a 1 in 10 chance at first, then it'll be a 1 in 20 chance for the second rock. So thanks for watching the guide, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.